We have decided to focus our attention on materials. There is a huge issue in our sector about skills. In the media, they're calling it a skills crisis. And for us, materials help develop skills.
Goodness.
Wow.
Oh, came early.
Oh, whoa.
That's pretty
Beautiful.
cool. That's pretty sick.
Stunning.
Loved the way they thought, like, oh, it's like Christmas. It was sick, it was stunning. The language immediately, they've only got a brick each out of it. It was magic.
I'm enjoying how
They roll.
they roll very well.
Yeah.
And then this
I'm trying to count how many corners there are, but it's making my brain hurt. I'm sure there's a much simpler way to figure that out.
Again, I really like the fact that they're exploring each one individually. They've not just started building a tower straight away. They're really investigating, they're really discovering. Bella obviously was counting there and it got all too much for her.
Whoa.
Well, it's blocks.
It's blocks.
There are blocks in every nursery. And today we're going to look at blocks through the eyes of entry-level practitioners and how playing and researching and experimenting with the materials before offering them to children or using them with children helps them develop their body of knowledge and understanding of how blocks in play are fabulous.
What are you making over there?
I'm stacking.
Ooh.
I'm making a
You have
pattern.
shapes? It's like a diamond. Oh, I like that.
It's
That's
Like a bell
advanced.
tower.
It's really interesting that they seemed excited to be at blocks, but they individually were working, but they were all checking each other out. I thought that was cool.
And also I like the way that it was a mystery being uncovered. It wasn't
Yeah,
just out
yeah.
on the table for them to discover.
Yeah.
Oh no!
No.
My stack! Learning from my mistakes. I'm gonna see if I can get it higher this time.
I love the fact that he was really satisfied and then he was totally devastated, but he was okay. I'm going to trial and error.
Oh, nice.
This is exciting.
Oh, step up.
Immediately, I'm seeing all the different colors.
So many angles.
Yeah. There's actual flat things as well.
Yeah, they also like
Nice.
these are a lot heavier than the other blocks.
It's interesting how immediately they seemed to be a bit, whoa, what's, excited, but they were a bit reflective straight away.
Did you notice that Magnus said a step up? So he obviously
did.
liked this resource.
And they're also see-through, but they look different when you look through them.
These cylinders as well.
And these are bangles, but they're too small for me. But for kids, they could wear them as bracelets.
Yes, true.
You can look through these.
Big fan. Yeah.
And like a fly.
Yeah.
Well, the
As well,
joy,
so,
I mean, we talk about play bringing joy, and they seem quite joyful.
Okay, so today we're talking about some more learning resources. We've got a bunch of sports and games balls. The purpose of these is not so much about the balls themselves as what they represent and how the movements and interactions that are formed through them.
The first thing I think of when I see this is hand-eye coordination and like motor skills. I think that's just so
Yeah.
innate to
Yeah.
sports.
It is interesting that all these pretty much all the same. They're all a ball.
You don't play
Yeah.
this
No.
the same way you play that.
How do you play squash?
Similar to tennis, except it's just against a wall. It's like two people, and then
Oh.
you're bouncing it off a wall, building those little bits of how do you interact. And how do you interact with rules as well, because it's
Yeah.
like sports have rules, and
Exactly,
they're
yeah.
there for, yes, the game functioning, but
Yeah.
also some of them are there to keep us safe.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's sort of learning there, and I think that probably helps to feed into things outside of sport as well, like rules are there for a reason, keeping kids
Yeah.
safe.
I'm a transformer.
Also, these are nice. These are kind of like a nice. They're multiple colors. I don't know what do you call it when it's like.
It's like a
Iridescent.
holographic shift.
Yeah, holographic.
Yeah,
That's
this
it.
one has
Iridescent is right,
this
though.
one has like pink, green, blue, and purple, and kind of depending on how you shine it. This one, oh yeah, this one's kind of like green and yellow. Oh, and then there's pink on this side.
Yeah, there's sort of more it's like purple, lilac, blue, a teeny bit of green in here.
This looks green, but it's got like purple and yellow through it.
Yeah,
The colours that the boys especially are holding, because their tops are more coloured than Belle's, seem to be picking up the colours.
Yeah, it seems to be taking on the colours of their tops, and
Yeah.
I've never noticed that before. So that could be a really good investigation, couldn't it?
Absolutely, and you would hope that they would perhaps think of that themselves, and if not, again, as another adult involved, I noticed that this is what you were doing with the children today, and I wondered if we could iridescent and a holographic, which
And Seb being a transformer,
A tra-
and I thought that was
so that's completely imitating life, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So really
more than
good.
just blocks.
Many beautiful colours in front of us. How many do you think are in one of these?
I'm so excited.
Should we count them?
I'm really
This
quite
is-
thrilled.
Oh, counting. 3, 4, 5,
Oh my goodness. I love these colors.
8.
This is sort of like a burnt orange, and also in the baskets, I don't know what to put this. There's like colors that are associated with this, like in the same range
Exactly,
of
yeah.
color. I don't know how you say that.
We can sort
color
them by
palette.
color, yeah.
Yeah, these are the same colors, but this is like in the same,
Color palette?
yeah, in the same color palette. I organized in the different ones. It's like big,
That's
medium,
really
small,
quite
and there's
satisfying.
2 per each one. This is
I'm
also
enjoying it.
felt.
Little hat.
I was
Looks
just
like a
thinking
fez.
that. I have a hat. I'm gonna organize mine in a different way. So I did these like row, row, row.
So we get the reds down there. Oh, and we got a rainbow as well to organize them on.
Phenomenal.
This is
This is
the most
riveting.
exciting thing I've done today.
Okay, so
Right, let's whack these boys up on there. I think we should go for a random one. Like we put all the, Roy G. Biv, but then the size, just kind of let it
Oh
speak
yeah,
to you.
cool. This is the cool thing with these hoops. You can like
Oh,
you can
all right.
match and like throw them on.
Okay.
Oh, they're
What
gonna-
about how?
Oh, with the
if I
with
can
the
get
little one.
The little one.
Go on.
Oh, that was kind of
Hey,
close.
that was close.
You want to try?
Oh!
That was good.
the joy, the absolute joy there of achieving something that they wanted to do.
Created a game. It's not about construction. It's not about building. It's not about towers. It's using the materials the way they want to use them. There's the freedom they seem to feel that they have.
These are very fun.
Got some standard bouncy balls.
Yeah.
Like a stick of
Yeah,
balls.
we've not seen them connected before.
No.
These bad boys can roll anywhere. These can only go.
Really forward.
Oh yeah, they're like.
I mean, they could kind of go. They're like wheels, you know.
Like the idea of like sliding and like gradients as well, I suppose. Like having it at an angle like this makes them move faster than having them at an angle like this.
A pentagon.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. So moving to more
pentagon.
advanced shapes.
House. Should we put little people in there?
Little people in the house.
We're at a point where you're starting to talk about, science. You can even make DNA. You can make a helix, double helix with this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Get sciencey with
The
it.
DNA was how these little people in this house
Exactly.
were made. A necklace.
Jewelry.
This.
Oh yeah.
In this layering at the moment, but equally the higher I get, the more hand-eye coordination I'm having to use. So it's getting tougher to keep everything balanced.
I'm not going to get overzealous. I'm going to call it quits at that.
I think that's really interesting that he's decided to stop there. He's not going to go any further, Seb. He's already decided that that's enough for him. And I think sometimes I would be asking questions or challenging him to build it higher or
Making suggestions.
yeah,
about why don't
yeah.
you try this and try
Yeah,
that? Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
Fingers to grab these ones. 3 fingers to grab the bigger ones. And a child would have to use their full fist to grab, I think, something like this. Right?
Really interesting. Bella's making patterns. So Seb and Magnus are building, but she's noticed that she, with the different sizes, and she's making choices and decisions, she's changed her mind and adapted and modified her kind of positioning of the blocks.
So the way that we had it set up before, is lots of fun for us, but for, children, that might be a bit overstimulating, a bit overwhelming. So we've broken it down, pared it back to some of our favorites.
I'm playing with this one, which is very squishy, and there's different colors. Like when I go like this, It's sort of like a green and there's a bit of blue and there's like a ball in the middle, which is very fun. But it's different from some of the other ones we'll look at because it can kind of go into different shapes depending on your hand and sort of morph into what your hand wants it to be. It can still roll, you know? It's not, but it's also like, you can also make it kind of flat, which is super fun.
Something I really enjoyed about this one was how like malleable it is,
Yeah, these
how
are so
tactile. Like you can hear the water inside and like see how the shape changes when you move it. If you spin it, it changes shape again.
Yeah. They could also even stand on this if they were really advanced. Like one leg. Like, what?
Gymnast children are you having?
You're like,
Exclusively gymnast children. Oh, that's so satisfying. No, slot it in. Like, see the way it slots in? It's just
Beautiful.
slot it yourself. It's so satisfying.
It's lovely that just putting 3 blocks on top of each other is bringing so much excitement to the party, if you like.
And actually Belle identifying that they could be used for gymnastics or for standing on, she's actually identifying that the whole body can be used in this
play,
movement
yeah.
rather than this small hand motion.
And that
So-
might be an investigation. I would be interested to find that out myself, whether the children can balance in some of those ones.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Let's get these boys.
wait, is Indigo last?
Violet is last.
Violet.
But like organizing like this is so good for, you know, fine motor skills where you have to, you know, pick the balls up in, you know, different grips like pincer grip or, you know, tripod grip. It's really good for developing little hands.
True.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The tripod grip is with 3. The pincers with 2. For smaller hands, I might have to do tripod for this, which is a bit bigger. We can also make a little house.
Well, there's a wee roof there for you as well.
Yay.
Should we join these houses together?
Oh yeah. Also, this is kind of like a magnifying glass. Like if you put your hands close enough on this side.
Oh.
Let me try it with the try it with the blue. You can, if you look with the flat side and then put your fingers close, it's kind of like a magnifying glass.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Does it do anything?
yeah, it's like
Oh.
like a little.
Ooh, try it with this.
Ooh, yeah, you can see it on the table.
Maybe you can see it on my hands. Red.
They went from building a house, putting a roof on it, and then Bella realising there was a scientific property to the materials by using it as a magnifying glass. It concentrated so hard on watching how Bella was doing it, and then did it as well. So again, children learn so much by watching
and the
everybody.
demonstration because
Yeah.
she really explained that clearly.
Model it, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it was-
also I think that Magnus was in a wee world of his
He
own
was a
on,
bit.
at the side of them, but actually using technology in a different way, not always thinking that it has to be the computer, but a light, a
And-
simple light.
and his phone was handy. That won't be in the
No,
playroom,
no.
so it's really important that in this enriched environment we want that there are objects that you can enrich and enhance the block play with.
Put that one in.
Is it only one? Some of this. Okay, so I'm in there. Are you in? You have to be like.
Ooh, what if we? Oh no, it wouldn't. I was like, put that in the bottom, but no.
We'll just go right all the way through. Can we put it inside it?
Let's see what you're putting down.
Right, we can do this.
Okay,
we can do
do
it.
this,
Like,
we can
let's-
do this.
Now, I immediately, watching them, want cable ties to attach them to each other. You know, they were trying to fit them in, and they obviously were struggling. Bella and Sebastian were working really nicely together, and I thought it was lovely actually how Magnus just kind of stepped back a wee bit and was just letting them get on with it, but he was still engaged in
Because
in
he
it.
initiated it in the first place, he was so excited at it. But what was coming to my mind there was that they were working fantastically together, but the importance of having enough resources, because if there had been 3 children wanting to put 3 into each other, there wouldn't have been enough for that to have happened there.
I think this
Yeah.
would be a fun jungle gym.
Yeah, like a crumbling tower, maybe like a
Yeah.
medieval, like
Yeah.
there's a haunted tower. It's a haunted tower. That's what
It could be that we're one kingdom and they attacked your side.
Ooh.
And they knocked down half your tower. And this is,
I
I would say this
have
is sort of like
less
a railroad track that
That
connects
leads in
the
between
two.
And the army of caterpillars are going to attack them.
Yeah.
Again, the army of caterpillars. So that imagination is starting to come
It's
out.
starting to come out.
In Seb. But also, what Bella is doing here now is everybody's built individually, but she's trying to bring it all together with her road.
Without even realising it, I guess. And
Yeah.
I think it's interesting to watch the adults doing it